Hey guys, I'm Shae and welcome to Shae's Space. So today I'm going to be doing my birth story of my son Caleb. He's actually 3 now, but I just thought I would go ahead and share it with you for new moms and expecting moms and just anybody in general. So before we get started, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so now. Give me a big thumbs up and comment below. Let's get it. My due date was actually November the 7th of 2016. I actually ended up having my son 2 months, about two months give or take early. I had him at 34 weeks. I actually had my baby shower like September the 24th. I think that's the correct date, because it was around my mom's birthday. So we did it around that time. We did it so early because my mom will be up here and then she would just be here for the baby shower as well, and we'll get to celebrate her birthday too. So we had the baby shower. We had it at my sister's house, and I just felt bad that whole day. Like, I went to her house before everybody got there, and I was just feeling crazy. I hadn't combed my hair, I hadn't got dressed. I just said, because I was feeling so bad, I was just like, I'll do it when I get over there, because I didn't have the energy. I was supposed to go get my makeup done. I barely got through getting my nails done. I was just really struggling at this point. So I was really struggling, and I was just, luckily my best friend and my sister did my makeup, did my hair for me, because they could just tell that I was in a lot of pain. And like, I really didn't even enjoy my baby shower. I don't remember my baby shower, because during the whole baby shower I was throwing up like in between and coming back out, and I know a lot of people were like, where is she at? Where is she? I wanted to say bye, but I was like in and out. And I remember opening the gifts and telling my hostess, okay, we gotta hurry up because I'm not feeling good. I need to go throw up again. Like, I was just going through it, not knowing that I was in labor. I was already in labor. And this was on a Saturday. I was already in labor. I thought I was just having a bad day. I really did. Like, the food for my party was cute. I'm gonna insert some clips from my party. My hostess did a really good job. Like, but I just hate it because I only have my son Caleb, and I just do not remember anything from it. So, make long story short, we come home or whatever, and then I think on Sunday night, Caleb's dad was asleep here, my mom was asleep here, or everybody was here. Everybody was in the house asleep except me, and I was just up. And I remember waking up at like 6 o'clock telling my mom, hey, at 8 o'clock I'm finna call. When my doctor's office opened at 8, I believe they opened at 8, I'm calling to talk to them because I don't feel good. Like, the only thing that would relax me was taking a bath. And I took like so many baths within the span of Sunday. Like, ridiculous amounts of baths, like warm baths. For some reason, that was the only thing that comforted me. But it would only comfort me for a short period of time. And how I know I was feeling really bad, my sister said this to her husband. She said, I know she's feeling really bad because she won't even talk to me. Even normally when I'm sick, I still talk to my sister. But at this time, I don't want to talk to nobody really. Like, I was talking to my mom because she was here. But really, other than that, I didn't want to talk to anybody. So that morning, I called my mom and I said, this was like a whole, when I say this was an event, this was an event. This wasn't an event, truly. So I told my mom at like 6 o'clock this morning, hey, I'm getting dressed because at 8 o'clock I'm calling them and telling them, hey, something is wrong. Like, I'm in so much pain. Like, literally, I was in so much pain. Like, and so at that point, at 8 o'clock, right at 8 o'clock, I called and said, hey, I'm having a lot of pain. Like, I'm very uncomfortable. They were like, okay, well, you can come in and you can come in and we'll check you out. But at this point, I think I have been in, I just felt like they weren't going to do anything. They were going to check me out, and then they were going to say, well, okay, we need to send you to the hospital. So I just bypassed that, because the nurse is like, if you really feel strongly about it, then you can go directly to the hospital. And that's what I did, because I felt so bad that this time I don't know, Caleb's dad was not here, so we had to call somebody that was nearby to come get me, because I asked my mom, because the hospital wasn't far from my house. So I asked my mom, hey, and mind you, my mom is from a really small town. She doesn't see well without her glasses. She doesn't drive in traffic whatsoever. So I was just wanted to get to the hospital, and I was like, hey mom, it's not far. I really think you wouldn't have a problem driving to the hospital because it's not far. And she was like, baby, I just do not feel comfortable. We need to get somebody else to take you, because she can't do Houston traffic, and it is bad, especially when you're from a small town. And she don't even like driving anyway like that, but she drives, but she's more comfortable in a small city driving. So we get somebody to come get me. I got my brother-in-law, cousin to come get me. Shout out to JT, big lifesaver. He came and got me. He had he had some fancy car. I don't even remember the name of it, but it was only 2-seaters. It only sat 2 people, which I rode in that bad boy before, but it only 2 people could sit in there. And so he said, I was like, well, just drive my car and then go park it and get with my brother-in-law or whatever, and whatever. At this point, I ain't care. Just take my car. So that's what we did. When we got to the hospital, I was in so much pain. I said, JT, hey, go get me a wheelchair, because I'm not going to be able to walk in there. That's how much pain I was in. I was like, I cannot walk in there. Like, I had got that bad. And then when I got in there, I had called my sister. Well, my mom had called I think my sister had called. My sister had called. And she was like, what y'all doing, da-da-da-da, because my mom wake up early, my sister wake up early, we all wake up early. She was like, oh, bitch is at the hospital. She told the doctor that she was going to the hospital, that she wasn't coming to his office, that she was going to the hospital. And she was like, oh, for real? I think at this point it was Monday, because my sister was at work. And she was like, well, is she okay? And my mom was like, well, they ain't said anything. So she checked me. She saw a high 4 long dilate. I was dilated 3, I guess, inches, 3 centimeters, whatever. The three whatever. I was dilated. And they didn't like how Caleb was acting in my stomach. So they just wanted to go ahead and get him out. At this point, I was in so much pain. I remember just thinking about the childbirth prior to this, and I was so nervous about that shot, the epidural shot. But at this point, I did not care. I sat so still, like I was a G. I was like, I'm taking this shot, and shots don't bother me at all. Like, I'd rather take a shot than medicine. I know that sounds weird, but I would rather do that. But I was nervous about this shot, because they were saying how big it was, and you can't jump because it could mess up your spine and all this other stuff. But when they said, like the whole time, because she finally said, okay, well, you'll be having your baby today. And my doctor came in and confirmed it. You'll be having the baby today. He's early. He's 34 weeks. So he probably is going to end up being in the hospital for a while. You know, we don't know. We don't know at this point if he's gonna be okay or not. So I was worried about that, but I was in so much pain. And I called and told my sister. My sister called my brother, text my brothers and my friends, and was saying, okay, so Shae's gonna have the baby. And my brother was like, text her back and said, he might have called too, but he was like, did Shae say she having a baby? or did the doctor say? And my sister was like, Ray was like, no, the doctor said she having the baby. And by this time my sister had made it to the hospital because she left work early or whatever. Oh, and let me back up real quick. I had got, this is what really made me mad, because you know you only have so much time. Like in my job, you only have so much time build up to take off after your kid comes. I had got put on bed rest, and with the stress of traffic and stuff, he didn't want me to be stressed, and he was just worried about me. He wanted me to relax. He really had wanted me to relax because I had started having pains. So I was so upset that day because I was telling my mom, he gonna come, I'm gonna be on bed rest, he gonna come, and I'm not gonna get to stay with him long. So my mom was like, well, we'll figure it out, don't worry about it. Let's just try to have a healthy baby. So I was already hot. I had already been put on bed rest before all of this ever happened. Let's mind you. And then, like, immediately after this, I had my baby shower. And then, rewind, my sister is telling everybody I'm finna have a baby at 34 weeks. Mind you, most people go to 40 weeks. That's the goal. But I was at 34 weeks and this kid was ready to come. He was ready to, and I don't know so much if he was ready, the complications or whatever, but he was ready. So his birthday was supposed to be November the 7th. We actually had him September the 29th. It was a successful delivery. He did have to be in the hospital for 2 weeks. This how gone. I was gone. I'm gonna insert some clips. I was gone. I don't remember all of this. This whole story when I actually physically got to the hospital and my baby shower were all a blur to me. Like, I don't remember none of this. Like, all of this stuff I'm telling you is secondhand information from my sister and everybody that was around. But my son ended up having to have major surgery. And I don't even remember the day. I feel so bad. I don't remember the day. I don't even know why I'm laughing. I don't remember the day he had major surgery. I do not. I was that far gone. They had me on so many medications, and I end up having to have a C-section too. I was so doped up, like, that when I had him, I did focus enough for them to tell me that there is a problem, but it can be easily fixed. He just needs to have surgery as soon as possible. They didn't want to have it the same day, so they scheduled him for early in the morning the next day, so I was told. My sister and my mom and everybody went up there to be with him so he wouldn't be at the hospital by himself. But what was wrong with him, the canal to his esophagus was crooked. And he was having bubbles pop out of his mouth. And they were like, we gotta fix that, or he gonna have a lot of problems. So it was really messing with him. They came and brought him to my room, because I had already at this time, they had brought him to my room, and we said a prayer, and they asked me what I was gonna name him. So it was just a big ordeal. He was in the hospital for over a month and a half. So my birthing experience, and I'm not trying to scare anybody that hasn't had a kid, and I hope I'm telling this story good enough, but I feel like I had a traumatic experience that I totally spaced out and zoned out, because my mom was like, you were talking crazy once they gave you that medication. Like, it was just a whole lot of going on. But my son is my son is healthy now. You wouldn't even know that he had major surgery. He does have a scar on his back. And I'll insert some photos here too. But he has a scar on his back. But I feel like the older he gets, I really feel like they could have done a better job with my baby. The way they cut him. And like, I ain't even gonna get into that, but he's healthy and he's doing well, and he's just a normal 3-year-old at this point. But I'll show you some pictures, because he was like in an incubator. Like I gotta find all this stuff, but he was like in an incubator, and he had all this different stuff going on, and I had to go up there like consistently. And when after I had him, you know, they like to make you walk and stuff. I just didn't think I was gonna be able to do it. It was just a struggle. Like I was walking so slow. I remember Kato's dad came to get me, and he was like, you okay? I was like, yeah, I'm okay. I just cannot walk. But because I had to go, at this point too, they transferred my baby for his surgery to another hospital, a kids hospital that specialized in this stuff. It was like the best hospital for kids and this kind of surgery in Houston. So they transferred into that hospital. So mind you, at this point, my child's not even at the same hospital as me. That's the crazy part when I think about it. He wasn't even at the same hospital. But I started walking better when I didn't get out of hospital for a good week. So when I started walking, when I got out of hospital, I started walking better because I had to go find him. And I didn't know that I could get somebody at the time to drive me because I just had a baby. But because I was so like, I'm going to see my baby, I'm going to check on him. You know, I don't care if my sister and everybody else and done checked on him. I got to go lay the eyes on my child. So I walked that whole hospital, and really, I think that was the best thing for me because it pushed me to go ahead and start walking and getting my stuff together, because forget me being in pain. I need to be there for my son. So yeah, I hope I told this story well. There's a lot going on with my son's birth. There was just a lot going on at the time, but he's healthy, a healthy 3-year-old, the love of my life. And yeah, and I hope you guys have a great birthing experience. I would love to hear some of the crazy stuff that may have happened to you, or maybe you just had a normal birth experience. But when I think about it, I feel a little traumatized. Like, baby shower, blur. Birth, blur. I was so out of it, and I was talking crazy for a good week. And you know, another issue that I had after I had my son, I had lost a taste for anything. So I wasn't eating good. That was another issue while I was in the hospital for so long. And I was trying to eat, even when they released me, to be honest. Because the nurse is like, if you're not walking, he's not going to release you. And if you're not eating, he ain't going to release you. But mind you, I had a C-section, so I was going to be in the hospital for at least a week anyway. But I used to scoop my food around on my tray, so it looked like I was eating, but I really wasn't. And then I had to take all this medication, taking this medication for a while. But I was really, when I got home, I was like, God, please bring my taste back, because I wasn't eating anything. And people were coming up, bringing stuff for me to eat, trying to get me to eat. Like, and I was like, yeah, let me try this, let me eat this. But even when I ate it, it just didn't taste right to me. I couldn't taste it. That's the problem. I couldn't taste it. So I said, I don't want to go the rest of my life and not be able to taste food, because I know that there are actually people that have had incidents happen and they can't taste anything, which will probably be the best thing for me, because then I'll be straight healthy and with no problem. I'll be the skinniest fit mom ever. But no, I couldn't do it. But my taste buds came back like after a week or so. But yeah, I'm gonna insert as many clips in this video as possible. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope this was understandable. I hope you could understand and follow what I was saying. But if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so now. Give me a big thumbs up and comment below. Let's get it. Yeah.